Hey guys, Mr. Fetty here, and today's gonna be a new Lego set review, and this time it's a Lego Marvel set, which is called the Ant-Man construction figure, which set number is 76256, has 289 pieces for ages and up, and it cost $30 when it first came out, like last month, which is May 2023. So yeah, so first we get to check out the box. So for the box, here's the front of it, which this set is much promoting the recent Ant-Man movie, which is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which really a cool movie, but hopefully a pretty good set. So yeah, so here's the top of it, which showcases the size of Ant-Man's helmet or mask, I think, mask, I think. And here's the bottom, which has the advertisement for a Lego app. Here's the side with the box, and here's the other side, and here's the back of the box, which kind of just shows another pose of the Ant-Man construction figure. So yeah, and for the construction manual, which has a total of, just hang on a sec, 100 pages to build. So yeah, and there's no ad, but there's like a little ad for the service and the win ad. So yeah, so onto the figure itself. But first, I'm gonna showcase this micro figure of the Wasp. So yeah, so he's extremely small, since you can barely see the little printing on her. So which the printing on her is pretty nice. Well, the mask come a little bit better, since some people actually claim the mask looks a bit strange, I think. And the front torso printing looks nice, and I think there's like leg printing right there, which looks nice too, and there's no back printing, which is kind of disappointed. And compare this to, a first order stormtrooper from the 2015 Star Wars set, the First Order Battle Pack. This Lego figure of Wasp is so goddamn small, like even smaller than a First Order stormtrooper. Goddamn, just goddamn. So yeah, so that's the micro figure. The quick look of the micro figure. Sorry. So yeah, so onto the figure itself for real this time. All right, here's the Ant-Man construction figure. So for Ant-Man, he's surprisingly pretty good, by the sculpt of him, since even though it's a bit more based on the Quantumania appearance of him. So yeah, so articulations on him is the feet, when you can move like side to side and sometimes like up and down, and you can like move these legs right here, and also these little leg pads right there, which you moving like up and down, and or I think it's a knee. So this is the leg, which you can move like up and down too, with that satisfying clicking noise. And also the hands, you can like move them like this and this, and I think that's it. Well, this is the arms, sorry, and these are the hands. So yeah, you can like move them like with a 360 degrees, and also these are the new finger pieces, which is I think previously used for that Thanos mech, which I have previously reviewed like a few months ago, and it looks it looks pretty nice, with the little black thing on being colored black, since there's gonna be like a variety colors of these finger pieces, or the other buildable figures that came out recently, like Batman, Wolverine, and Captain America. So yeah, just be prepared for that. Just be prepared for like reviews on these on those 3 sets that came out recently, like sometime this summer. So yeah, and the color scheme, and also there's like translucent reds on the hands right here, and there's like dark red here, and it's mostly black here, and light gray here, and yeah, and here's these just hang on a sec, these little shoulder pads, which you can like move them like up and down, similar to the ones from the Spider-Man figures, which have reviewed the Miles Morales one, which from back in Christmas of 2022. So yeah, and for the head, it looks pretty nice, which there's like little lots of articulations on the head, which you can like move these little earphones like this or this, which I think is like the right way to move them like that. And also you can like move that little mouthpiece, which like whatever you want, and alongside little these little spike thingies that are attached to his heads. And also the printing on the head is helmet. Sorry, the helmet looks pretty good. Which I think it looks a bit awkward without with the mouthpiece like being about the mouthpiece. Which, well, yeah, sometimes this piece has always been pop off sometimes. So let me put it back right back in. So yeah, since it looks awkward without the little mouthpiece, which I think I think they can explain that there's like a little circle thing on the helmet. So yeah, and also there's like a printed piece right here and this piece, which you can like move it like this, which I think sometimes it's kind of annoying that it didn't like attach it back there. So yeah, there it goes. And there's like translucent flat stud pieces right here, if you clearly see it. So yeah, right there. And yeah, and also there's like a piece that for this set, which you're gonna put like the wasp like right there, which looks like she's like holding up, looks like she's like floating. But you're gonna remove like one of these silver flat 1 2x2 pieces, and you're gonna put like the wasp on right here. It looks like she's like hanging on to Ant-Man in her micro size form. So yeah, it looks pretty nice. Since it's more like a 2-in-1 figure in this one set. So yeah, and yeah, it looks pretty good. And here's also let me showcase like there's like there's the new this new white this white piece which can be attached to this ball joint. Yeah, there it goes. And yeah, so since this is like kind of a similar build as the Miles Morales the Spider-Man, well, mostly the 2 Spider-Man figures that came out last year, which yeah, I think it's kind of almost feel like a clone set, but it just almost feel like a clone set. So yeah, so let me bring out the other Marvel buildable figures I have reviewed already. So here's the comparison between the Ant-Man construction figure and the other 3 Marvel's buildable figures. So here we go. Okay, here's the size comparison on the 4 buildable Marvel figures. So yeah, well, Ant-Man and Miles Morales are kind of taller than Venom, but Iron Man's pretty much the tallest out of the 4, which is kind of strange since I think just has something involved with like extra pieces to make him look a bit taller. And for Miles Morales and Ant-Man, they're kind of the same old, but with like different colored pieces, like the these leg pads right there, and the finger pieces like different, and I think the front of these figures are completely different, and the masks are also different, or the mask, yeah, they're called masks, and especially that Ant-Man has more pieces on his mask than Miles right here. And Venom is pretty much sadly the shortest still. So yeah, so that's the size comparison on these 4 buildable Marvel figures. So yeah, so now on to my final thoughts on the Ant-Man construction figure. So let's move on to that. All right, final thoughts on the Ant-Man construction figure. Is this like way better than the a mediocre movie that I haven't seen yet? Well, yes, but it has some issues, like some pieces can like be loose, and pop off, which can be annoying, and sometimes the I think the micro figure of the boss has that weird helmet print, which I think is coming a little bit more improved since I think that it wasn't doesn't look like the one from the movie, and also I feel like it should have been like the original Ant Man, from the Ant Man one movie instead of the one from Quantum Mania, but it looks pretty nice, since mostly the it's kind of almost accurate to the one from the movie, but it should have been the Ant Man one buildable figure, but come on, it's just I don't get I don't know what words I said. Like it's a bit too late to like make it a bit more like the one from the first Ant Man movie, since because I think it's a bit more the most recognizable of of him, since mostly because of the no, I think it's like mostly appearing in like most of the MCU movies, but I'm just okay with the Quantumania version of the Ant Man outfit. So yeah, and there's like nice printing on the pieces, like right here, and also the shield pieces, which has like nice printing right here and here. So yeah. So anywho, ranking on this set, I'll just give it a just a fair 8 out of 10. It's a pretty good figure, despite a few issues, but also that the micro figure of the Wasp is pretty adorable. So yeah, that's also the extra point for why had to give it a fair 8 out of 10 rank. So yeah, is it like good for like is it like a good for like for $30? Well, yes, but I think that you better off with the Spider-Man figures, which are cost cheaper, or the Iron Man figure, which I think has like the most has like most have the most details, out of the Marvel buildable figures. So yeah. So anywho, guys, I just hope you enjoyed this review, and like and comment this video and subscribe for more content. So this is Mr. Freddy here, and I'm out of here. Uh, bye, Scott.